How is your practice going?
Yeah, doing all the
Yeah,
assignment affirmations.
very nice. Yeah, I saw your post that you did the gratitude and affirmations. How was the practice regarding morning today for you all?
Yeah, it was good. I just read that chapter. Yesterday I missed it.
Wow.
Yesterday I missed it, so I read the chapter.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you can watch the YouTube recording.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wait for a few minutes and then we can start our peak state programming. So I had a question from somebody on my personal message that how do I stop thinking, negatively? Like negative thoughts are coming again and again and again, and I cannot stop them. So it is very simple. Nobody can really stop thinking negatively, right? Because this life is a duality. There is always good and bad in us also and outside also. So you never have to stop negative thinking, and it will never happen also. But what you can do is, at least I'm seeing that people, all of you are aware of your negative thoughts, right? You all are aware that I'm thinking like that and I want to change that thinking. So always remember how Louis Hay said that it's just a thought and thought can be changed. Okay. And yeah, sometimes we like feelings tell us that there is something bad going on in our mind, some bad thoughts, fearful or sadness or whatever. What you generally do is just acknowledge them. They are there. Okay. Don't try to resist. Right now what you're doing is you're trying to resist those thoughts. Resisting will never help you, because resisting will bring more and more. The more you resist, the more it persists. So that is why just let the negative thought come and observe. Maybe you might feel something not very good that time. It's okay, let it pass. Let it just pass. And you keep doing your gratitude practice even at that time also. And even sometimes like it is very difficult, then also just you know say to yourself that I trust the process of life. That is a very good affirmation. Whatever insecurity or whatever you're feeling, it will immediately subside. And also you can start saying into your mind that you are peaceful soul. I'm peaceful soul, or I am a peaceful individual. I'm a peaceful being. So all those things can really, really help you not to resist those thoughts. Instead, acknowledge them and embrace your negativity also. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so more and more people join now. So let's do our speak state programming. I'll just share the sound. Actually, I'm sharing the screen, but I won't share the Tony Robbins screen because there are some copyrights. I don't know what's happening. Can you all hear the music? Run, faster, faster. Congrats, Sakshi, you are the winner. Okay, now on left foot. Yes, we all are the winners. We all are the winners. Let's celebrate our life today and every day. Okay, who would like to read today? Today's chapter is again magical. People make a difference. So today you are going to find people who made a difference in your life, who made a little or big contribution in your life, and today you are going to say thanks to them.
I'll read. Manohar here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manohar. Thank you.
So, can we start?
Yes, we can start. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I got the book also with me. So,
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, for other participants, do you all see?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can start reading, Manohar.
Yeah, day 12, magical people who made a difference. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person.
People start, describing the.
It's a photo album.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the childhood photo album, if I'm right.
Yeah, the
So
photo album, and it's sparkles coming out of the photo album.
Magic dust, maybe.
Yeah, so it's not a magic dust, but it's kind of gratitude. So see some it's not like childhood photo is there, but there are some people. There is some different people's photographs, 3 of them, right? Do you see? Yeah, so we will read further in the chapter, but these are the people who might have affect you in the childhood, or maybe in your adulthood, or when you were young. Those people made a difference in your life, and you are just going to find them today. And what you're gonna do, we will read in the book. Okay.
Yeah. So today's chapter is magical people who made a difference. The saying goes, at times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us, as told by Albert Schweitzer, Nobel Prize winner, a medical missionary and a philosopher. So every one of us has received help, support, or guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through their encouragement, guidance, or just being there at the right time. And then life goes on, and we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Sometimes you don't even realize that impact. You don't even realize the impact a person had until into the future when you look back on your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better?
Yeah, so they like we are social creatures, right? We always need people around us. It's always a teamwork whenever we do something. And even like from your childhood, you might have a grandparents like that, or maybe your uncle, aunt, whoever, maybe your parents, mom, dad, or your sister, your brother, whoever might have just, you know, they give you one advice or one suggestion, and that completely changed the course of your life. So you are going to find that person today. It could be anybody, it could be anyone. Like, if you maybe there is some grandma or grandpa in your life, and when you were feeling really confused and you were not feeling good about whatever you, I mean, it was a mixed feeling, and you went to that person and that person gave you the perfect advice, and you took the decision based on that, and that completely changed your life. But what happens is, like, time goes by and we completely forget about those people who made a difference in our life. So today you are going to go back in your life, look back, and you will find that those people, three people you have to find. Okay, let's read further.
So the person you may have been, the person may have been a teacher or a coach, an uncle, aunt, sibling, grandparent, or any family member. There may have been a doctor, nurse, or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to your current partner or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even know, and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core.
Yeah, so even that person may be a strange person also, who just came into your life to make a difference. That's it. Everything in life happens for a reason. Always remember that. Everything, if your life supposed to change, it will happen. It will happen. And just what is your role in the life is to choose wisely. You always have a two choices. You can go for a bad thing, I mean, whatever. You have the choice always with you. So okay, let's read further. So now
So
she's
my
speaking
grandmother,
about her own grandma.
my grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing a love of those things with me, all of them affected and changed the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love of books eventually led me to becoming a writer, and my love for the countryside has influenced where I have lived throughout my life. My
Yeah, so
grandmother
here
also
she's talking about countryside, which is like a kind of rural area, it's called in US. So not rural actually, but it's like a little away from the cities, where nature is more evident, and there is some farming and everything you can do. Those areas are very large areas. So, and she became a cook because of her grandma. Her grandma has given her the love for books, cooking, and countryside. And she became a big writer, yeah, as we all know now. That love for books came from her grandma. So she's acknowledging that. Okay, let's read further.
so my grandmother also disciplined me with a steel hand to say thank you. At the time, I thought she was just teaching me to be polite. I thought she was just teaching me to be polite at that time. It was only later in my life I realized that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother ever gave to me. She is not alive anymore, but I continue to be grateful to her for the huge influence she had on the course of my life. Thank you, Grandma.
So you see
Today,
how much she learned so many things from her grandma. And this thank you is so big for her because she wrote a whole book, whole magic book on this thing. And she, she also experienced by saying thank you, or like later in her life, she realized how these magic words completely changed the course of her life. So this is very, very big thing. And she's acknowledging her grandma for that. Okay, let's read further.
So today you are going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day today. Sit down and think of 3 extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your 3 people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling him or her the reasons why you're grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life.
Yeah, so
Make
in
sure
this
you do
practice,
this.
let me reiterate this point. So in this practice, you're not going to write anything. What you're going to do is just be alone with yourself and with that person. So like it's virtually you are there, and I mean not even virtually, just in your imagination, you are talking to that person and you are telling him or her the reasons why you're grateful to them, how they change your life, what was the thing that they did for you, or maybe they gave you some advice or they taught you something which really changed your life. So today's practice is not a writing practice. I mean, you can do the writing also, but she's telling you to do this verbally. Okay, let's read further.
Make sure you do this magical practice with all 3 people in the one session, because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up this magical practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude nor receive the magical results. Here's an
So
example.
yeah, so this is very, very important. You do this practice, you take 3 people in your life and you do this practice fully at one time. You cannot split it during the day. So I know you guys are busy people, but at least take out at least half an hour or an hour today. I mean tomorrow. For you, it will be tomorrow. And do this practice. It is really, really magical practice. When I did last time, I was literally crying at the end of my practice. Whoever I chose 3 people. And at the end of my practice, I was literally crying because I realized how much they did for me. How much. So, to get out the feelings, you have to do this all at once. Okay, let's read further.
So here's an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream, and I moved to France to work as an apprentice chef. I'm living my dream and I couldn't be happier. All because of all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, so
That's
this
it.
whole practice is like sometimes we just take things for granted. So we took that person also for granted, where when he or she might have told us the thing which we really, really needed at that time. And it completely, like for her, for Sarah, I mean, for the person talking here, he moved to France to work as an apprentice chef because of just one advice of her, of Sarah. So it is so important, but we might not think that it was that important. But today, that's why you are going to find that person. You're going to go back in your life, and I think you can find hundreds of people like that in your life, because our whole life, someone or the other always, always, always touched us in some or the other way. Okay, let's read further.
So it's very important that you say the reasons why you are grateful, and you can't say too much. Instead, the more you say and the more you feel, the more amazing the results. You will see the magic explode into your life from doing this practice. It numbers among the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform. If you are not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person and address them as though you are writing a letter.
Yes.
So
So
when you
if
have,
yeah, so here she's saying that if you cannot talk out loud, I would suggest talk out loud. This is a really very profound practice for today. Talking out loud is very, I mean, it will take your feelings through a different level. But if you cannot talk out loud, if you don't get that kind of chance, what I do generally is I go in my car and sit silently and I talk to the person. But whatever you can do, if you cannot do talk out loud, you can also write down. Okay. So there is no hard rules, whatever is suitable for you. And also remember, this is it numbers among the most powerful acts of gratitude. And remember, this practice you're not doing for the other person, but you are doing for yourself. Now you're training yourself to find those positive things in other people who really change your life, and you don't even notice them sometimes. So now on, when you dig deeper, you will find that there are so many people. I mean, it will be a little practice initially, but then you will find that there are so many people who affected your life some or the other way. And this gratitude practice will take your practice to another level. This is very important practice. It is different from the what we did for relationships. Here you are talking to a person, teacher, maybe your coach, or as I told you earlier, your grandma, grandpa, whoever, maybe your mom-in-law, sister-in-law, whoever, that just one advice or one thing that they told you, or maybe over the course of time you learn something from them. Like I learned so many things from my mother-in-law also, and my mom also, regarding cooking or regarding housekeeping and stuff like that. So you can even take that person and talk out loud to them today and pay gratitude. I hope everything is clear up till now. Everything is clear till?
yeah,
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
let's
yes.
listen. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Light green color.
the voice is cracking.
Yeah, voice was cracking.
Shall I read?
Yeah, continue.
So when you have completed this practice, you will feel a huge difference in the way that you feel. The evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost, it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which will make you even happier. That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude.
Yes. So after completing this practice, seriously, your happiness level will go up immediately and forever. This is really very good practice. Okay, we can read the practice number 12.
So first is count your blessings. Today's practice, make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Second is find a quiet place alone sometime during the day, during today. Make a list of 3 people who made a difference in your life. Work through the list one person at a time, and while talking out loud, tell each person the reason why you are grateful for them and exactly how they affected the course of your life. Fourth, just before going to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Yes, so today's practice is very profound. It will, instill some kind of a digging in your mind today. I mean, initially you find 3 people very easily. Yes. So you can find those 3 people very easily. But always remember that you have to talk out loud, and you are talking to that person. Just like that, you have to talk. Like if you're talking to maybe your teacher, then you can see whatever the name is, and you talking like in front of him. You have to talk like that, and you should tell him or her that why you are grateful, whatever they said or whatever they did, how that changed the course of your life. Also you have to say that, like how your life changed because of them. Okay, so everybody clear about this practice? Anybody has any questions before we move further? Okay, clear. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so let's move to our heart thoughts. Can you all see the heart thought? Clear. Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, so today's heart thought is again very, very amazing. So say, I'm willing to change. Are you hesitating? Do you feel that it is not true? What is the belief that is in the way? Remember, it is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. So when you say in your mind, or maybe in front of the mirror, that I'm willing to change, is it instilling some kind of hesitation in you? You have to actually observe yourself. Whenever you start observing yourself, you will discover so many things about you. You will discover how your life is so much dependent on a belief system that you have in your life. So okay, let's read. So when one door closes, another door opens. Life is a series of doors closing and opening. We walk from room to room, having different experiences. Many of us would like to close some doors on old negative patterns, old blocks, things that are no longer nourishing or useful for ourselves. Many of us are in the process of opening new doors and finding wonderful new experiences, sometimes a learning experience and sometimes a joyous experience. It is all part of life, and we need to know that we really are safe. It is only change. From the very first door that we open when we come to this planet to the very last door that we open when we leave this planet, we are always safe. It is only change. We are at peace with our own inner beings. We see ourselves as safe and secure and loved. And so it is. So whatever course of your life you might, you might have to move somewhere, or there are like so many changes there we always resist in our life. We are so comfortable in one place, or we are so comfortable in our routine, that if something changes, we feel little awkward at first. But always remember, from the moment you are born and from the moment you die, everything in life happens for a reason, and you always feel safe because there is a supreme power with you, always taking care of you, protecting you. So don't ever think that you are alone. No, supreme power, God, is always with you, and he always protects you. So trust the process of life and let the change come in your life. Don't resist it. Whatever change is coming, because when one door closes, another door opens. So always try to see the possibilities in your life. Don't limit yourself to just one thing, or one job or one home. No, you have to see the possibilities beyond your current circumstances. That is what the heart thought is about. Okay, let me check. Yes, very eye-opening thought. Yes, yes. Because change, most of the time, people are very, very resistant to change. People are like, they just don't want any change in their life. So much rigid mind sometimes. So you have to be flexible in your life and invite the change instead of resisting it. Embrace the change, I should rather say. Okay, anybody has any questions for today? This topic is very relevant to my life. Thank you. Yes. Yes, all the magical practices in this book are really amazing. I mean, at first I didn't realize how important this practice was. And when I did again and again, I realized how important it was. So people in our life are so important. Yeah, that is why you feel fearful, because right now you don't have a faith or trust in whatever is happening. When you put your trust and your faith into it, the things change. Then you don't feel insecure, then you don't feel fearful. So that is why you always have to say to yourself that I trust the process of life, and life always protect me. So always remember that. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we are almost ending our session, so you can leave. That's totally fine. It's okay, Amina. I mean, yeah, whenever you feel fearful for something, maybe there is some belief system in your past which is getting in the way right now. So that's fine. Just observe your thoughts for today. In beginning of our today's session, I talk about how negative thoughts come to us, and how we should not resist. How we should not resist the negative thoughts. But what we can do is just observe them, allow them to come and observe, and be aware of them. That's it. When you resist, it persists more and more, because according to the law of attraction also, whatever you focus on, it brings more and more. So like when you focus on resisting the change or resisting the thoughts, it will bring more and more those kind of situations to your life. So this is very important to remember, and I'm pretty sure you will take yourself to a next level when you do this practice. Okay, so any more questions, or we just conclude our session here? Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arwa, Banu,
Thank
Mummy,
you.
Thank you
Nafisa,
so much.
Thank you.
Farida, Amina,
Thank you.
Rehan Auntie, Rekha ji.
Thank
So
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.